Hasn't aged a day. Vince Carter, thank you for joining us from Daytona, Florida.
I appreciate that, first of all.
Oh, appreciate it. Where the Daytona Tortugas minor league baseball team will honor Craig Sager tonight. And you're on hand, I believe, to throw out the ceremonial first pitch. We'll talk about that in a moment.
Yes.
But first, big news of the day, Kyrie Irving, he demanded a trade from the Cavaliers. Apparently it happened last week, but the media is just now finding out now. What's your reaction to Kyrie wanting out of Cleveland?
I mean, hearing that, it's wowing, but I tell you, when we hear things like that, as fans, we want the band to always stay together, and we want them to win as many championships as possible. But at some point, as athletes, we want to accomplish other goals, maybe that the fans don't want to see or don't understand sometimes. So maybe in Kyrie's mind, that's something he wants to do, is now accomplish some things on his own as maybe the only star. So it is surprising, but we have to respect it.
But what's interesting about it, though, Vince, is, and obviously you played and it's like a guy says, I want my own team, I want to be the lead dog. And then when they're not winning, oh, give me some help. It's like, he's not in fear. He may not be the best player in the world, but LeBron doesn't win without him. They don't accomplish what they've accomplished the last few years without him. So it kind of feels like this whole whose team is it thing is like it's overblown. Kevin Durant just said, you know what, I'm going and joining up with this team because I want to win. I want to play with them. So I guess I just don't understand how cats are so caught up with wanting to be the man, but yet you still want to win. So which one is it?
I agree with that, and that's what I'm saying. Sometimes when you step on the other side of that fence, maybe the grass isn't as green as you think it is. So it just depends on what he's looking for. I mean, he has a great opportunity. I think they have something there that they've built that's been special, and that can continue and to make it to the finals. But maybe it's something bigger than that we don't know about, for this to happen. Because right now, I think we all look at it like, wow, why? But at the same time, it could be something in there that we really don't know about that can possibly come out later on.
That's true. So the Sacramento Kings, you and obviously Zach Randolph, a couple of vets just signed up there, along with George Hill. It's like
George Hill.
Yeah. What do you think about this group? A lot of guys that's half your age on this team. But what would you constitute as a successful season for the Kings this year in a loaded Western Conference?
And I'm gonna say it. We're still shooting for the playoffs because I think that's what you have to do. You have to set your mentality high, and you set your goals high. And with these young guys, the one thing that I was impressed with leading up into the draft and seeing these guys before I even knew I was going to play in Sacramento is they're hungry. They want to win, and they're willing to learn. So once I signed with Sacramento, I went out to Vegas and just to sit down and talk with these guys, and they welcomed me with open arms first and foremost as the older statesman. But at the same time, they're like, teach me. I'm ready to learn, and that's all you can ask for. And I mean, of course, we got a Carolina guy, Justin Jackson. We also have a Duke guy in Harry Giles. But yeah, you have the De'Aaron Fox, who played extremely well, and a lot of and Frank Mason as well. So these guys are hungry, wanting to learn, and that's what it's all about. I mean, it's just an opportunity for myself, Zach, George, even Coach Takuva, some of the older guys on the team, to kind of lead these young guys who want to win, who want to learn how to play the NBA game, and that's what all you can ask for.
As we mentioned a moment ago, you're there in Daytona with the Daytona Tortugas, who are honoring Craig Sager tonight. What's your favorite, maybe, Craig Sager memory?
It's so tough to pick one because I've been lucky enough to have been interviewed by him so many times, and we always see the clips of the suits and we see the shirts that we're wearing today, but that's who he was, and he was very comfortable in his skin and very confident, and you know what, he took pride in his work, and I had some of the best interviews ever with him, and some of the reporting that he's done, and I go back and I always see some of the videos that we've done, and it was like, man, this is unbelievable work, and he was always great to talk to. And when he made his comeback, and I know he was one of those guys at the finals, that's 2 years ago, he didn't even want to be recognized. He just wanted to go about his business. He was happy to be back, and I was fortunate enough to be there and watch him work live on the other side. As a basketball player being interviewed by him, it's always great, of course, but now to be on the other side of the microphone and to see him in action and watch him work was great. So it was more than my pleasure to be out here today with the Tortugas. Of course, this is my hometown of Daytona Beach, as you know, but to really support the Sager Strong Foundation and Stacy, who is here, and her kids, and it's just a great opportunity.
All right, well, good luck tonight throwing out that first pitch
throw a
because
strike.
if it's bad, we're going to clown you.
That's all right. I know that already.
Appreciate
Believe
you,
me.
Vince.
All right.